So here we have another new one from the brand Gaultier. It's called Le Male Lover. I'm going to be giving you my first impression on camera today. This is a sample video thanks to my friend Chris from the channel Casual Fragrances. I'm going to drop a link to his channel down below in the description box. But I am going to be giving you my pseudo first impression. I've tried it before. I'm excited to give you my thoughts on this one very soon, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my pseudo first impression on Le Male Lover, a brand new release for 2024 from the brand Gaultier, I want to start the video off first by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, and give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. So, I just did a video on Le Beau Paradise Garden. I don't know which one I'm going to publish first. I might publish them out of order. The one thing that I do know, of which I am certain, is that the Gaultier brand is going in a bit of a different direction. So whenever we were dealing with a lot of the flankers, not just the original Le Male, but a lot of the subsequent flankers, including the Popeye, the Airlines version, the Superman version, there was the inclusion of mint. There was a lot of mint. I'm looking at this one and it's ambergris, pepper, vanilla. So it seems like a deconstructed version of Le Male. They are keeping some of the familiar elements like the vanilla, which is also found in the original. Lavender is also found in the original. But in this one with that ambergris and the pepper, it seems like it's going to go in kind of an aquatic, perhaps even nautical direction. And if you do look at the bottle with the tattoos, it kind of seems like it has this sailor nautical theme about it. But the white pepper, or that pepper note, I don't think it's white pepper, it could just be pepper, is a bit of a curveball. So I'm going to smell this and I'm going to let you know what I think. I sprayed this on about 10 minutes ago. So right off the bat, this is a much weaker version of the two new releases. So Paradise Garden, for me, Le Beau Paradise Garden seems to be a bit more amplified. I sprayed it and I got the coconut and the fig and the creaminess, the sandalwood, the vanilla, all that stuff. It came straight through. But I've done a number of reviews today, and what I can say is that this is the weakest one of all of the fragrances that I've reviewed today. Not to mention that I'm already wearing something as my scent of the day, but that's besides the point. So this one has that vanilla in the opening, so you do get this smoothness right away, sans the creaminess that you're going to get from Le Beau Paradise Garden. And it has this aromatic component in the background. Now, I don't know if it's lavender or if it's clary sage or, the sclary molecule, but there is something aromatic about this one, and you can tell that this one is much closer to the original Le Male than Le Beau Paradise Garden. And I think that was kind of done on purpose. But this one doesn't have that strength of Le Male, which is kind of interesting to say, because one of the criticisms that Le Male has faced as of late is a lot of people have been saying with all of the reformulations that have been imposed on the fragrance, it doesn't last as long, it's not as strong. I still think that the most recent current version of Le Male is stronger than this, just off of that initial spray and the smell. And I know it's been sitting here for like 12-13 minutes now, but it doesn't last that long on skin either. And I had an opportunity to play around with it. My friend Chris sent me this package about 2 weeks ago, and as I wore this version of Le Male Lover, I got maybe 6 hours longevity, which I think is average for a lot of people, but as far as many of our expectations are concerned, it might be a bit below average. But nevertheless, I do like that spicy, peppery, ambergris thing, where it's fresh, but it's also dark and spicy at the same time. But then you also have this billowy vanilla in the dry down that kind of brings everything together, but it's just too darn soft. I think that if it made a statement, if it were a little stronger, if it had some element, some characteristic in there that were a bit more bold, I would have said, oh my God, this is a must purchase. But I think as it currently stands, it could be stronger. It could have a little bit more happening for it, and it doesn't. And I said to myself, after I have an opportunity to try both of these brand new releases via samples, I'll purchase one of them, right? I'll entertain the idea of purchasing at least one of them, and maybe it might make its way into summer lists, or maybe it might be one of the best designer releases of 2024. And it's kind of a bummer because I don't think either one of them would make it into a personal list of mine. I haven't watched any other reviews. I don't know what other people think about these two new releases. I think Paradise Garden is pretty interesting, also considering the fact that I think it's a really nice smell. It's just, it's not anything unique or original. And even with this one is a bit more original, but it's weaker. So I don't know how to feel about either one of them. I guess, yeah, my response to both of them is kind of lukewarm, but I love the Jean Paul Gaultier brand. You know, that's the funny thing. I have so many flankers of Le Male. I have summer versions. I have Popeye. I have Superman. I have Ultramall. I have Le Male Essence de Parfum. I have several bottles of the original Le Male. I mean, I really do love the brand. So I have Le Male Elixir. So I think, you know, ultimately Jean Paul Gaultier is going to get the best release of 2024 because Le Male Elixir is like magic in a bottle with that hay, tobacco, honey thing that's happening in there. But nevertheless, that is my first impression. Let's see, down the line, I might get a bottle in my hands. I might end up doing a full review of it. But I hope that this video suffices for the time being. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your viewership. If you took anything of value from today's first impression, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. I love you all. We'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.